Laid back Mickey here. Why are recumbent trikes so expensive? I'm about to tell you why. Okay, so let's go over how much they cost. They're anywhere from about $1,500 to $15,000, and how you got to think about that is, let's use cars for an example. Well, you got your Ford Escort and you got your Lamborghini. Well, if you put them on a freeway, they will both get you to the same place that you're going. One will just get you there a whole lot faster and in more style. Different trikes are made for different purposes. You got your cruiser trike, you got your mountain trike, your road trike, you got your hybrid trike, a touring trike, racing trike, you got all these different trikes. And they use different componentry that makes one more than the other. If you don't want to go fast, maybe you don't buy the one with the top componentry, super low to the ground, aerodynamic, carbon wheels, carbon seat, or maybe just want a cruising 8-speed trike. You know, that 8-speed trike is kind of cool for cruising, but what if you're going to go up a hill? Maybe you want some gearing. Maybe you want a touring trike that can actually get you up the hill because it has more gears to get you up there. Maybe you go, well, I want like a Mercedes or something, or BMW with more features, more gadgets. Well, they make trikes now that auto shift. You don't have to shift at all. They're an infinite drive, which means from point A to point B that it's shifting all by itself. All you have to do is pedal and get the exercise, but it's consistently smooth the whole time. Maybe you want a different seat. Maybe you want a super cushy seat versus a hard seat. That's what makes one trike more expensive than the other. It's the components, it's the type of materials they use. I know that there's also trikes under 1,500 bucks, right? But do you guys remember back in the 80s, Yugo cars from Yugoslavia, that they were little tin cans? Why do I hear wind going through it and it feels rattly on the freeway? You get what you pay for. There are some trikes out there that have like wood seats, and I don't even, with some fabric over them. Why are you using wood? You get what you pay for. So if you want quality, you pay for quality. But you know what? A $1,500 trike is going to be a great trike for a cruising trike. And the average trike is going to range anywhere, you know, from $3 to $4 grand. But once you get into motors, hey, we're talking anywhere from $4 grand to all the way up to 15 grand, depending on what you want. So we talked about how much they cost, but why do they cost that amount? Well, here's the thing. There's more engineering in a trike than a bike. I was at Cat Trike in Orlando, Florida, and I was talking to one of their engineers, and they're using a CAD file, and they're showing me how they design these trikes. And then they have these laser machines that are like mapping it all out. These guys are very intelligent, and it takes a lot of work to design a trike that is smooth, that is comfortable. On a regular bicycle, you have just like this little seat with this like pole going up in it, and so you're feeling the vibration on it. Well, the goal about a trike is to not have those road vibrations. And that's why we have reclined seats that are like hammocks, right? On a trike, you have a frame that is built like a chair, and then you have these woven cords that keep you in a seat that's comfortable like a hammock, and you don't have the road vibration going up through your spine and making it uncomfortable like a bike can be. A trike is going to be a lot more comfortable with the design. If you want to see more recumbent trike videos, subscribe so you don't miss out. And we have 3 wheels versus 2 wheels. So there's going to be steering involved, and there's going to be linkage in that steering involved. So they're more complex than a regular bike. But you may be thinking, well, can my regular bike shop work on them? Yes, there's still a regular bicycle drivetrain with 1 extra wheel. And so a regular bike shop can work on them. But a trike shop loves them, and we know how to work on them because we work on them every day. So the other reason why trikes are more expensive is because they take special machinery to build. If you go to the giant factory in Taiwan, you have like Trek and Specialized and a bunch of other manufacturers, all manufacturing in the same industry. And it's a lot of the same machinery that they just use over and over again. But each trike manufacturer has to have custom machinery to make the bends. You could actually watch one of my Cat Trike videos when I go to their factory, and you could see some of the machinery that they have. It's very custom, and it takes more people to build these trikes. So you got more labor, you got more machinery, but in the end, this beautiful design is comfortable. And that's what we're all looking for. And the next reason is because they take customized parts. On a bike seat, you can get a bike seat from pretty much any bike shop, and it could be different brands, and they'll fit on your bicycle. But on a trike, it's a specific seat from that manufacturer for that trike. And then if you want a headrest for the comfort, you can't just go to any bike shop and say, hey, give me a headrest. No, you got to get a cat trike headrest or ice headrest or a tear trike headrest, right? A green speed headrest. You got to get it from that manufacturer. They are specially made for that trike from that manufacturer. So that's going to cost a little bit more. And the other thing is supply and demand. And we're talking about the economies of scale. How many trike manufacturers are there to bike manufacturers? There's just a handful of trike manufacturers, and there are tons of bike manufacturers all around the world. When it comes to bike manufacturers, that bike manufacturer will take Trek, for example. They're making kids' bikes, teenager bikes, affordable bicycles, high-end road bikes, bikes with motors. They are working with billions of people that want bicycles. And we're dealing with a different bit of crowd. We're dealing with, usually if you're getting a trike, you're a little older. Because we talked about this in another video about why a trike over a bike is because our body starts getting these aches and pains, our knee, our balance, our back. It could be one of those issues, right? And so when it comes to economy of scale, a trike manufacturer, they're not making 1 million seats, right? They're making these in the thousands, not in the millions. It's going to cost a little bit more because as you buy more material, the price goes down. We don't have that advantage of buying millions of trikes. And you also got the shipping from the manufacturer to the dealer. Why are trikes expensive to ship? Here's the reason why. They weigh more. They got a third wheel. They got a seat. They're a little bigger. They take a bigger box. And we have a manufacturer that may be in Europe that has to ship that by plane. So that's going to be more expensive. Just for the fact that a trike is a little bit bigger and bulkier, adds to the shipping price overall. So I hear people complaining all the time, whether on a message board or in person, like, hey, trikes are just expensive. And I get it. And the reason why I wanted to explain how they're produced is so that you guys understand they're actually a pretty darn good value. Now that you've learned all the reasons why, the manufacturing, the designing, the materials, the customization, it's really not that expensive for what you get. And also, if you think about it, what do you really get? You get your health back. You get to get outside and enjoy life more. That's priceless. If you like these videos and you want to learn more about recumbent trikes, go ahead and download our free trike buying guide. It's in the description below.